So today I would like to talk about how to wake reality up, and this is quite difficult because we're asleep and we don't even know it, and it's like we go to the pub and we eat all this I don't know, crap that's out there, whatever it is. So I basically turn into a burger person, and that's who I think that I am, and I am unconscious. And this seems to be okay because I can drive in my car and I can go to my local burger place and fill myself up because that's who I'm supposed to be. Well, what if I were to say to you that you are supposed to be a different person and that you are supposed to be awake? Would you ever believe that? Could you ever believe that? How do you do it? How do you know who you are? I say, a lot of the time I take on a personality and I feel like I have to be somebody else. But I'm not being my true self because I don't know how to be my true self because I don't know how to be awake. So we need to look into how to feel awake, because if you're enclosed in this system where you are reading the wrong way of life constantly because you like to become a burger rather than a person, then how do you know how to ever break out of that system? And how would you know what it ever feels like to ever be yourself? And this should be quite easy, I believe, but I'm not quite sure how. So we have to train ourselves to become awake. And how do we do that? Well, we have to look into what normal living is actually like, and we have to feel that within ourselves, and we have to feel like, what is the real reality of what I am supposed to be living for myself? If you put yourself in the shoes of being open and awake, how would you tell yourself that you are supposed to live? So, I'm standing here right now and I'm thinking that I need to tell my body something that it needs to feel awake. Where are my natural movements? Where are my natural functionings? How would I feel more comfortable thinking from myself and thinking from I as in I am? How would I behave in the world if I am to be myself? What would it feel like to be able to have the freedom, to be able to decide what I'm doing, and to be able to go out there and be myself and allow myself to think how I would like to be, think and feel? How would that correspond to how I'm supposed to live? So we can try and do this right now, and we can say, right, I'm going to go into my local whatever to get a drink or whatever, and I'm going to focus on what I am drinking. You say, this is quite nice, I quite like it. I am aware of what I am drinking, I am aware what I am doing, and the space that is opening around me, because I am alive and I am awake. I am in a reality and I am living. These measures need to be put in place to remind us that we are alive and that we need to keep awake. And there's nothing on the planet that actually helps us to do this. So, let's try walking down the road. I am conscious that I am walking down the road. I am feeling completely comfortable inside my own body. I am aware of my body and I am aware of myself. I am aware of things that are around me. I can also enjoy life and feel good about life itself, because it's the life that is around me that I am enjoying. To be allowed to be able to live that right, to have that right, to feel that right. I am always alive. So, when there's things like the TV and you slosh in front of the TV because you are wanting to do something in the evenings and it's telling you loads of things, and it's cluttering up your brain and it's cluttering up your mind, and the TV might not necessarily be the healthiest thing for you, although it's something that is in our day and age, and it does not come with a health guide. How do I watch the TV? Not really much to it, because you still have to be awake. But what is making you fall asleep? What is making you feel sloshy? What is making you feel tired is that the TV just does what it does. And I am listening to these millions of voices every second, or whatever it is. And it's also making us unconscious. It's also telling us how we should be. So we have to be aware that we can just watch the TV and be who we are, but not fall asleep to the TV, but to enjoy it for what it is. And that's a bit difficult if it's covered in lots of conversations and lots of conditioning and whatever. So it would be a good idea to have a break from the TV now and again, and to realize when you want to watch it and what you want to watch, and to just realize that it's a TV. It's not sort of something that is conditioning your unconscious embodiment. And really, to watch the TV, you have to keep on top of your own health. And we don't realize this today, because we just sit there in front of the TV and it just talks. It just talks. We don't know how it's making us feel, what's going into our minds, how our minds are translating that to be able to live everyday life. And we think that we are us, that we are one person, but many different things affect us all around us, and we become a different person every minute, every day. And really, we have to keep on top of our health. So there's no point saying that we only have one life if we become a different person every single minute, every single second, every single day, and instead we get conditioned by something that makes us feel unconscious. So we have to keep awake. And the time is nearly running out. So yeah, just being more aware of yourself and more aware of your scenery, what you are doing, how you are corresponding, how you are acting within that scenery, really paying attention to people and really listening to what they're saying and really responding and listening and giving your viewpoints and really feeling awake and tuned into life. And that really does help you to live life as well. So yeah, to be more awake, I would say, to find ways to become awake and feel happy with that.